show you something. I've been posting on YouTube and LinkedIn consistently at the same time. Same effort, same commitment. One article on LinkedIn crossed 100,000 impressions. My best performing YouTube video has 85 views. Not 85,000, 85. My mom has seen that video more times than the algorithm has recommended it to strangers. Now, before you feel sorry for me, understand that this is not a failure story. This is the most important lesson I have learned about building a personal brand, and it has nothing to do with the quality of content. It has everything to do with the platform. The biggest mistake I have seen creators, founders, consultants, and thought leaders make when they start building a personal brand is that they try to be everywhere at once. LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, sometimes a podcast, sometimes a newsletter, sometimes a Substack that gets one post and is then abandoned like a New Year's resolution by February 3rd. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to choose the right platform for your personal brand, not theoretically, but based on your goal, your resources, and the honest reality of how long this actually takes. Because choosing the right platform early is probably the single most important decision we make in this whole process, and most people make it randomly. Let me explain what happens when you try to build on multiple platforms at the same time. Every platform is its own ecosystem. The algorithm is different. The content format is different. The way the audience behaves is different. What goes viral on TikTok does not go viral on LinkedIn. What builds authority on YouTube does not translate to Instagram. These are not minor variations. They are fundamentally different environments, like trying to play chess, football, and poker simultaneously and wondering why you are losing all the time. Here's a picture of what it looks like in real life. There are doctors and engineers doing trending dances on Instagram, fully qualified professionals, years of medical school, doing the greedy for followers. Their colleagues on YouTube are building authority with long structured videos. Another group is writing deeply on LinkedIn. They are all in the same profession. They each chose a lane and committed to it. Now, here's the assumption most people make when they look at the biggest personal brands today. They assume that because these people are everywhere now, they started that way. This is like watching Usain Bolt cross the finish line and assuming he did not warm up. I did a deep study on Stephen Bartlett and the Diary of a CEO. I wrote about it on LinkedIn, and Bartlett himself commented on the post. One of the reasons that podcast grew as fast as it did is that Bartlett chose YouTube as his primary distribution platform from the very beginning, not Spotify, not Apple. Mr. Beast is everywhere today, but he conquered YouTube before he touched anything else. He did not wake up one morning with a gaming channel, a burger chain, a chocolate brand, and a Netflix show. That took years. They are everywhere now because they went deep somewhere first. That depth created the credibility. The credibility created the audience, and the audience made expansion possible. Even the Roman Empire started with one city, and they had a slightly bigger team than most of us. The starting point for choosing a platform is knowing what you actually want your personal brand to achieve, because the right platform is different depending on your answer. And most people choose based on where they feel comfortable or where their favorite influencer posts, which is the strategic equivalent of choosing a career based on what your university roommate was studying. Now, there are 4 core goals: fame, authority, client conversion, and monetization. Now, let me take you through each one. If fame is your goal, Instagram and TikTok are your platforms. They are built for entertainment first. The barrier is not expertise, it is creativity and consistency. Anyone can become famous here, which is simultaneously inspiring and deeply concerning when you look at some of the people who have. If you want to go further, live streaming on platforms like Twitch and Kick builds the deepest audience loyalty of any format. The most committed followings in the creator economy are built by streamers, people who will watch someone play a video game for 8 hours straight. Human connection is a beautiful and mysterious thing. If authority is your goal, YouTube is the answer. It is the only platform where hours of deep expertise can accumulate into undeniable credibility over time. LinkedIn is the best written alternative, especially if you are stronger with words than with video. But for authority, YouTube is the gold standard. The kind of authority where people refer to you in conversations they are not having with you. If client conversion is your goal, the answer might surprise you. Instagram, through Meta's advertising infrastructure, is the most powerful conversion tool for personal brands and small businesses. You create short, optimized content, identify what performs organically, and run ads on those pieces. The system is efficient in a way most platforms cannot match. Meta essentially built a money printer and then gave you access to it for a fee. If monetization is your long-term goal, YouTube wins comprehensively. No other platform pays creators at that rate for that duration. A well-optimized video can earn for a decade. That is passive income in the true sense of the phrase, unlike most things sold in courses by men in rented Lamborghinis titled "How I Made $10 Million Before Breakfast." If this is landing for you, subscribe. I go deep on what it actually takes to build a personal brand that converts, not just one that looks busy. Hit subscribe and you will not miss it. Choosing the right platform based on your goal is only half of the decision. The other half is being brutally honest about your resources, because choosing a platform you cannot sustain will always produce the same result. You quit, and quitting resets everything. The algorithm has no memory of your sacrifice. LinkedIn and written platforms require the list: a clear point of view, a laptop, and the discipline to write consistently. If you have learned to use AI efficiently for ideation and editing, the barrier is even lower. For a consultant or founder who is primarily a thinker and a writer, this is significant. You can build a genuinely powerful personal brand here with next to no equipment. Julius Caesar wrote his military campaigns while actually fighting them. You have no excuse. Instagram and TikTok sit in the middle. Your phone is enough to start. Creativity matters more than production quality at the early stages, but the volume demand is real. These platforms reward daily posting. That is a specific kind of pressure, and some people thrive under it, and some people spiral into content anxiety that no amount of journaling can fix. YouTube is the most expensive at every level. It is fundamentally a search engine, which means you are not just creating content. You are creating content that must be optimized for discovery, retention, and ranking. Thumbnails, titles, topic research, structure, all before you press record. I have built websites, I have done brand design, I do the shooting and editing myself. I will tell you directly, YouTube humbles you. It is the only platform that makes you feel simultaneously like a creative genius and a person who does not know what they are doing, sometimes in the same upload session. Now, podcasting combines the demands of YouTube with the additional challenge of audio quality and guest acquisition. Starting with your phone is fine, but the ability to host a compelling long-form conversation for 2 hours is a skill that takes real time to develop. Talk radio hosts spend decades learning it. We expect to master it in a weekend because we bought a Blue Yeti microphone. Choose the platform you can sustain, not the one that impresses people when you mention it at dinner. This is a conversation nobody in the personal brand space wants to have, and it's the only one that actually matters. So I'm going to say it clearly. The reason most people fail at building a personal brand has nothing to do with the content, the platform, or the strategy. It is that they severely underestimated how long it takes. They watched a 3-minute video titled "How I Got 1 Million Followers in 90 Days" and made a life plan around it. That video, by the way, took the person who made it 8 years of groundwork to be in a position to make it. Joe Rogan has been podcasting for over 10 years. The Diary of a CEO is over 5 years old. Mr. Beast has been on YouTube his entire adult life. Tony Robbins was selling hundreds of thousands of books before social media existed. These are not overnight stories. They are decade-long commitments that looked sudden from the outside because we only discovered them at the peak. There will always be accounts that seem to break out fast, but study them closely and you will almost always find years of adjacent skill building behind the moment that made them visible. A surgeon who has performed hundreds of operations will outperform nearly everyone who starts YouTube. At the same time, a naturally entertaining person will build a streaming audience faster than most. But these are outliers, and the internet's obsession with outliers is the same reason lottery tickets sell so well. We are remarkably good at focusing on the unlikely outcome and ignoring the base rates. The honest position is this: set your mind on 5 years of obsessive work, not 5 months or 1 year. 5 years. Columbus thought he was going to India and accidentally discovered an entire continent in just 2 months. 5 years of obsessive work on the right platform would take you places you could never imagine. But you can shorten the time by simply choosing the right platform. Kindly subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell.